Assalamualaikum. So this is the last video for chapter 5 motivation. Okay. So in this video, the next process-based model that we want to see is goal setting theory. In this goal setting theory, there's one theory that they apply, which is SMART. Okay, so SMART stands for specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and time. This theory basically said that if or when we want to set goals for the organization or for yourself, we have to follow SMART. Okay, what it means by SMART is that in terms of specific, when we set the goals must be specific, what we want to achieve, so it must be clear. Okay, measurable meaning that the goal can be measured. Okay, it's very important for the goal to be measured because we want to know whether we are able or we already achieved the goals or not. Okay, achievable, so we have to set a high goal, but we must keep in mind that the goal is achievable, because if you set such challenging goals which is impossible to achieve, so it will demotivate the employee. The goal must be relevant, meaning that must be relevant to the overall objective of the organization. And last one is time. Okay, we have to set the time for the goal. When you want to achieve it, for example, within a year, within 6 months, in 2 years time, and so on. Okay, so that the goal cannot be dragged. Okay, so whenever we want to make goal, we have to follow SMART. Okay, next one, in process-based models, we have reinforcement theory. Okay, so reinforcement theory is based on the idea that people learn to repeat behaviors that are positively rewarded, okay, reinforced, and avoid behaviors that are punished, not reinforced. Okay, so we want to make sure that people repeat the behavior that we like, okay, or favorable, okay, and avoid or stop doing behavior that is not good. Okay, the application of reinforcement theory is frequently called behavior modification because it involves changing one's own behavior or the behavior of someone else. So we want to change the behavior of a person. So that's why we have to keep on reinforce the the actions. Okay, let's see. Okay, so for the reinforcement theory, there are two. Okay, the increasing desired behavior and also decreasing undesired behavior. Okay, there are actions or reinforcement that we want to make sure we do this so that the people will keep on doing the positive behavior, and there are certain actions, okay, that we want to do to make sure that they will drop or stop doing the actions, the behavior that is unfavorable. Okay, so under increasing desired behavior, we have two, okay, positive reinforcement and negative reinforcement. Okay, keep in mind that we do this positive reinforcement and negative reinforcement because we want the individual, the person, to keep on doing the actions or the behavior. Okay, so for the positive reinforcement, it means the administration of positive and rewarding consequences following a desired behavior, meaning that when that person do the action that we like the action and we want the person to keep on doing the activity, the actions, okay, so we give some rewards, okay, positive reinforcement. For example, let's say that your employee always come early to work, okay, so whenever he come early, so you praise him. Okay, whenever he come early, he praise him. So the employee will know that his action of coming early to work is something that the manager likes, so he will keep on doing it. Okay. The second one is negative reinforcement. Okay. Also called avoidance learning. Okay. Strengthens desired behavior by allowing escape from an undesirable consequences. Okay. Avoidance, okay, meaning that here we try to avoid the undesired consequences from our action. Okay, so for example, let's say your mom, whenever she go to your room, she always nagging because your room is kind of messy. Okay, so every time she go to your room and she look your room, messy room, so she will nag at you. So you don't like the nagging. Okay, to avoid from being nagged by your mother. Okay, so you will clean up all the mess first. Okay, so you do this activity, clean up the mess, because you want to avoid the nagging from your mother. Okay, so your mother like this. Okay, so you will keep on doing the good behavior, clean up everything in your room, because you want to avoid nagging from your mother. Okay, so that's for the increasing desired behavior. Okay, for the decreasing undesired behavior, okay, we have two: extinction and punishment. So we do these two because we want the person to stop doing that behavior. Okay, the first one is extinction. Okay, the withdrawal of the positive reward or reinforcing consequences for an undesirable behavior. Okay, so, or kind of like ignorance. Okay, so we want the person to stop doing that behavior. We try to do extinction or ignore. For example, like this. Okay, let's say that one of your friends always do jokes during class. Okay, stupid jokes. Okay, which kind of interrupt the session, yeah, the class session. Okay, so in order to make sure that he stopped this behavior, okay, all of the other group members or classmates will ignore him, don't do anything to him. Okay, so this is what we call as extinction. Okay, another example will be, let's say that there's a child. Okay, so this child always throw his toy. Okay, throw his toy away. Okay, so whenever he throw his toy, her mom will pick up for him. Okay, so whenever he throws, his mom will pick up for him. This behavior, the mother didn't like the behavior of throwing toys, so this time when he threw the toy, the mother didn't do anything, didn't pick up. So the boy will know that his mother didn't like the behavior, so he will stop it. Okay, and the last one is punishment. The administration of negative consequences, okay, following undesirable behavior. So whenever we want to stop the behavior, that person to stop the behavior, we punish him. Okay. For example, let's say that, okay, when he continue doing the jokes that we don't like, okay, even though we already ignore him, okay, but he's still doing it. Okay, so as a punishment, we send him out of the class. That's the punishment. Usually we do the punishment as the last option. Okay, so that is for the reinforcement theory. Okay, so with that, we end our chapter 5, all the motivational theories. Okay, so we continue in chapter 6 after this. Thank you.